It was a sunny day on the island of Sodor, and all the engines were getting ready to start their day. Gordon was feeling especially excited. I say, Thomas, I'm looking rather grand today. Do you know why? Why? Well, the Duke and Duchess are visiting, so Sir Topham Hatt will obviously choose me as their special engine. Ah, you don't know that, Gordon. He could have given the job to a tank engine like me instead. A tank engine? Oh, the very thought. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to get cleaned up. And Gordon puffed grandly away. Soon, Gordon was racing down the line to meet the visitors, but a signal diverted Gordon into a siding. He was very upset. I'm going to be late, he muttered. All of a sudden, a huge engine rocketed past. Steaming pistons! Who's that? Gordon soon found out. When he arrived at the yards, he saw the engine humming quietly. The engine looked very grand. Who are you?
This is Spencer. He's the fastest engine in the world.
Puh. But secretly, Gordon was impressed. I'm the Duke and Duchess's private engine. I take them everywhere. Just then, Sir Topham Hatt arrived.
There will be a party for the Duke and Duchess at Marron Station. That's far away over Gordon's Hill.
You'll need to take on plenty of water, muttered Gordon. I have plenty of water, wheezed Spencer, and he raced away. I was only trying to be useful, grunted Gordon. Spencer showed the Duke and Duchess many beautiful places. However, he never once stopped to take on more water. Gordon and Thomas were collecting passengers when Spencer raced through on his way to the party. Spencer, slow down!
Never!
Shouted Spencer. He'll be in trouble soon, sighed Thomas. And Spencer was. He ran out of water on Gordon's Hill. Oh, bother, sighed Spencer. Spencer's driver ran to Wellsworth to get help. He told the station master what had happened.
Gordon, we need you to rescue Spencer. He's stuck on Gordon's Hill.
Gordon grinned. He was looking forward to seeing Spencer. Gordon came to a stop next to Spencer. Run out of water, have we, Spencer? He teased.
Yes,
snapped Spencer. I must have a leaky tank. Perhaps, smiled Gordon, but we better hurry. Everyone is waiting. Gordon switched to Spencer's line and was coupled up. Then they set off. Gordon finally pulled into the station just in time. See, said Gordon, we're right on time. But Spencer was embarrassed. So what do you think of Spencer now? Thomas whispered.
Too much puff and not enough steam.
Well done, Gordon, said Sir Topham Hatt.
You are the fastest engine on Sodor.
I know that, muttered Gordon proudly. Molly is one of the Fat Controller's newest engines. She primarily works as a goods engine, often delivering coal around the island. She even pulls passenger trains from time to time. She is a nervous but kind-hearted engine, and has made firm friendships with the others, Percy especially, as the little engine always brightens her day. But not everyone had warmed up to her kind nature. "Who does she think she is?" sniffed Gordon up the station one morning, "treating us like fools and pretending she had a special train. I don't need to put any kind of train for people to see I'm special." Thomas, who was waiting at the other platform with Annie and Clarabelle, whistled crossly at Gordon. "Don't be so rude, Gordon. Every engine is special, regardless of what train they pull. We don't need to do something grand to be really useful." "Ah, what would you know? You've never even pulled the express. The only special passenger train you pulled is the brass band. You even left one of them behind," chuckled Gordon, and he puffed away grandly. Later, Gordon was filling up on coal at the coaling plant. He was just resting when Molly chuffed in with some empty trucks. "Good afternoon, Gordon. How's your day going?" she asked cheerfully. Gordon looked at Molly's train and scoffed. "Pulling empties again, are we, Molly? Oh well, I suppose someone has to do it. Leave the special trains to us really useful engines." But delivering coal it is," Molly stuttered, before she was interrupted by Gordon wheeshing away. She felt very hurt. She couldn't understand what she had done wrong. Molly brought her coal trucks to fill the bunker at Tidmar's sheds. She sat sadly in the siding as the workmen shoveled the coal in the bunker. Then she heard a whistle. "Hello, Molly," peeped Percy as he puffed in to shunt some trucks. "You don't look very happy. Is something the matter?" Molly explained about what Gordon had said to her. "He's just a big bossy boiler. You're a very special engine. You're the only yellow engine on the Fat Controller's railway." Molly gave a small smile. She knew Percy would help make her feel better, but she still felt a little dejected by Gordon's comments. The next day, Gordon was chuffing along with the express, making perfect time as usual. He was thundering up his own hill, puffing as hard as he could, his cheeks a bright crimson. Then there came a bang, and a blast of cold air shot through Gordon's firebox. "Your fire bars have collapsed, Gordon. We'll have to stop the train," called Gordon's fireman as his driver applied his brakes. "Botheration," shuddered Gordon as he drew to a halt halfway up the hill. At Wellsworth, Molly was waiting for Percy to shunt some vans onto her goods train when the station master ran up. "Gordon's lost his fire and has broken down on the hill. Do you think you could take him on the express, Molly?" Me? Stuttered Molly. She felt her boiler run cold. Percy whistled cheerfully at her. "Now's your chance to prove Gordon wrong. I know you're strong enough for the job." That filled Molly with determination, and with her firebox flaring, she set off up the hill. Gordon sat cold and defeated on the hill. The passengers were complaining bitterly from the coaches. Molly then pulled up alongside the big blue engine. "Oh dear, don't tell me they sent you to rescue me," Gordon sniffed. "As a matter of fact," puffed Molly, "I will be rescuing you. And I'll be taking this train to the end of the line too." Gordon guffawed grandly. "Go ahead and try." So Molly ran round and coupled in front of the train. With a blast of her whistle, she began to crawl slowly up the hill. Her driver dropped sand to help her grip as she began to feel the strain of the train. You can't do it. You can't do it, grumbled Gordon from behind.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can,
groaned Molly as she pulled with all her might. Gordon was amazed at her strength. You're doing it! You're doing it! He called with spirit. But Molly had no steam to answer as she struggled over the top. At last, with one last effort, Molly got Gordon and the express over their hill. The passengers cheered and clapped as she coasted down the other side smoothly. When they finally reached the last station, Molly gave a sigh of relief. She was exhausted. That was marvellous, cried Gordon. Thank you for rescuing me. I'm sorry for being so rude. It seems my special train got the better of me. Molly beamed from buffer to buffer. She felt she had finally made a friend in Gordon. She was even happier when the Fat Controller rewarded her with a new coat of paint. He even offered to have her pull the express more often, which she respectfully declined.
As grateful as I am, I think I'll stick to my trucks and light passenger work. Those are my special trains,
she said happily. Thomas is a tank engine who works at the big station on the island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler and a short stumpy dome. He's a fussy little engine too, always pulling coaches about for the big engines to take out on long journeys. And when trains come in, he pulls the empty coaches away so that the big engines can go and rest. Thomas thinks no engine works as hard as he does. He loves playing tricks on them, including Gordon, the big express engine. When Thomas isn't busy, he likes to trick Gordon by puffing quietly up beside him and waking him up with his loud whistle. Wake up, lazy bones! Why don't you work hard like me? One day, after pulling the big express, Gordon arrived back at the sidings very tired. He was just going to sleep when Thomas came up in his cheeky way. Wake up, lazy bones! Do some hard work for a change. You can't catch me. And off he ran laughing. Gordon was very cross. Instead of going to sleep again, Gordon thought about how he could get back at Thomas. One morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up. His driver and fireman couldn't make him start. His fire went out and there wasn't enough steam. It was nearly time for the express. People were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready. At last, Thomas started. Oh dear, he yawned. He fussed to the station where Gordon was waiting. Hurry up, you! wheezed Gordon angrily. Hurry up yourself, said Thomas. Gordon began making his plan to teach Thomas a lesson. Almost before the coaches had stopped moving, Gordon reversed quickly and coupled to the train. Get in quickly, please, he whistled. Thomas usually pushed behind the big trains to help them start, but he was always uncoupled first. This time, however, Gordon started so quickly that they forgot to uncouple Thomas. Gordon's chance had come. Come on, huffed Gordon to the coaches. The train went faster and faster. Too fast for Thomas. He wanted to stop, but he couldn't. Stop! Stop! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Laughed Gordon. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. He was out of breath and his wheels hurt him, but he had to go on. I shall never be the same again, he thought sadly, as they finally came to a stop at a station. Thomas was uncoupled. He felt very exhausted. Well, little Thomas, chuckled Gordon, now you know what hard work means, don't you? Poor Thomas couldn't answer. He had no breath. He just puffed slowly away to rest and had a long, long drink. I think Thomas has learnt his lesson. Don't you?